Hey, everybody, it's Jackie Bros.
Folks, people, it's Dunlap. Welcome to the Red State Update podcast and them old-timey. Folks, tonight you're going to hear such wonderful things as us talking about the news.
Yeah.
And us talking about nothing in particular.
Yeah.
And us talking about our sponsors. If that sounds good to you, you're going to stick around for the next 60 to 120 minutes of this podcast.
120 minutes, I ain't staying that long. Just finish.
Remember to subscribe. Hold hands with your lover.
It takes this long because the beginning you stretch out. That's why it's 120 minutes long. You stretching it out. Just do what you do, your sponsor, and then do the news or however you do it. And like Regis Kathy Lee, they able to do just enough for the first commercial of the newspaper, and then the guests come out. They run a tight ship there. Well, neither one of them on there anymore, but they used to. And that's what you're supposed to do. That's how people keep people's interest. See, right now, you done talk too much at the beginning, and now I'm talking too much, telling you that you talk too much at the beginning, and don't nobody want to hear that.
I think that's our shtick. And when we get that phone call from the Grand Ole Opry telling us to come on up Saturday night, we're going to take John Connolly's spot.
Be waiting for a while for that call. You ain't getting
people going to be showing up saying, I can't wait to hear rose-colored glasses, and John Connolly is going to get the news that we're taking his place. And those people are going to go home disappointed? No. Enriched.
Wow.
And they're going to say, I thought I wanted to hear John Connolly sing, but I really wanted to hear Beardy and Fatty.
Wow.
Oh, I got a beard too now.
Yep.
Beardy and Fat Beard.
Old beard, fat beard.
Old beard and fat beard.
Yeah.
Is it too late to change the name of this podcast?
I don't know the real name of it.
We got to get all these details straight before we get on the Grand Ole Opry. Folks, I want to thank each and every one of you, that one lady on Twitter who got out there and said, Grand Ole Opry, y'all need to get Red State Update on your hallowed stage.
Who did that? Oh, hell, I wish I never asked.
Get my phone out.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Talk too long, and then get on the phone too long, and then ask your phone, give you a wrong damn answer. A waste of time. Don't nobody want to watch that. Don't nobody. Grand Ole Opry sure as hell don't want anybody doing that.
You saying the Grand Ole Opry doesn't want us to ramble on about nothing, and then you get mad at us rambling on, and then me to look something up on my phone?
Nobody wants that, let alone Grand Ole Opry. Nobody does. That's why we're doing it here.
So this is practice for the Grand Ole Opry.
No, it ain't. You keep telling yourself that. That's fine.
That lady's name it's on the tip of my tongue. She's a nice lady. Nice lady on our Twitter. Nice. Mari Stanley or Mary Stanley?
Yeah.
Mary Stanley? Mary or Mari, she said, Dear at Opry, which would make Ernest Tubb vomit.
Yeah.
Just that the Grand Ole Opry is on Twitter.
I don't understand that to do on there now.
In their defense, Ernest Tubb vomited a lot. Dear at Opry, the people have spoken. Oh wait, no, this is us. Damn it. Anyway, this one, here we go. Mary Stanley said, Dear at Opry, can you please inform at Red State Update how they can apply to get on your show? I'm thinking a Ray Stevens or Killer Bees setup, which is exactly what I'm thinking, Mary.
I like
Mari.
Ray Stevens, yeah. He's funny.
Killer Bees is damn old, what was his catchphrase?
I don't remember.
Save up!
Is that it?
Well, we could do, you name the country comedian, and we could rip them off.
All the good ones are passed on as far as I'm concerned. I like old Jerry Clyde.
Yep.
I like Jeff Foxworthy still living, thank the Lord. He's still doing all right. I like him all right.
Who would you, if you had to be One of the country comedians, who would you pick?
I ain't as funny as any of them. I wouldn't want to be in one of them.
I'd want to be Jerry Clower.
That's my favorite. Yeah, I'd say that one
because you get to dress nice and you get to eat whatever you want.
Well,
and you can walk into any small town in white America and you will be treated like a king.
Yeah, everybody liked him, but nobody didn't like old Jerry Clower back in. Yeah,
and I'm being racist. I'm denying people of color their agency.
He's funny for everybody.
To like Jerry Clower.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are plenty of people of color. People of color sounds a little condescending to me. I know that's what people use now, but it sounds a little. When you see it written, it doesn't sound so bad, but saying it out loud.
Yeah.
People of color and talking about Jerry Clower, people of Clower. It just all sounds. Maybe we're the ones that are messed up here. Maybe the term is fine.
Why?
I wouldn't want to deny any race the power of a Jerry Clower story.
Everybody needs little Jerry Clower as far as I'm concerned. Even if you don't understand English, people just hearing him, that screaming, they'll laugh at that. That's funny on song.
Plenty of foreign comedians, I don't know what they're saying, but the noises they make.
You showed me some on YouTube before, and I don't know what word they're saying, but it's funny. I mean,
funny as hell,
the language itself that they're saying is funny anyway, but then when you have a funny man saying that language, like anybody saying it's funny, but then the comedian doing it, wherever from, Poland, Norway, something like that, Denmark or something like that, man, bang on piano. Funny. I like it. Yeah.
You talking about Victor Borge?
No, not him. No, that's old. He used to be television commercial, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, not him, no. I don't know who this fella was, if I couldn't pronounce it if I knew, but he's somewhere Scandinavia, somewhere like that. Cold. But funny.
I'd like to be also one of the cast members of Hee Haw, because I would like to have seen behind the scenes of Channel 5.
That ain't on TV no more. That's over with. Grand Ole Opry's still going. You can't get to go back time to be on Hee Haw. That's done with.
We could be on new Hee Haw.
Who's in charge of that Hee Haw? Like somebody has to have, whatever,
Somebody owns the rights to Hee Haw. I've heard a lot of different people saying they own the rights to Hee Haw.
I was sitting at a few of those tables with you, and every time somebody I like what you do, won't sit and talk to you and all that, and you sit down, they say, I just tell you, I don't tell anybody no, but, I got the rights to Hee Haw. We have about 4 different people tell us to say that.
We haven't been in a lot of fancy meetings over the years, but I swear to God, about 12 different people have told us they own the rights to Hee Haw.
Can't all of them have it. So I don't know which one was lying. That's why I don't understand Los Angeles, Hollywood, or whatever. Say don't trust nobody, anything. Every one of them may have been telling the truth. One of them may have think he was telling the truth. But I can't tell, who was lying, I don't know the first thing about it.
Makes me think they're up for grabs.
Yeah.
If I were going to say somebody owned the rights to Hee Haw, I'd start looking. After hearing it from so many different people, that makes me think nobody owns the rights to Hee Haw.
Well, first time somebody tells you, you get excited, like, well, all right, Hee Haw.
Yeah, Hee Haw. I won't do Hee Haw.
And after the 5th person, oh, yeah.
Hee Haw, huh?
Got the,
If any of y'all out there listening know who owns the rights to Hee Haw, let us know. Because
they can't. You gonna have people bothering the Grand Ole Opry. That's nice of her to do that.
Yes,
don't
thank
have
you,
people
Mary
bothering
Mari.
Hee Haw Twitters or Facebooks. Don't leave them alone. Just let them go out in peace. Just Hee Haw was great when it was on. It's not on no more. It's on rerun somewhere. It's got to be on all the channels. Somewhere.
Folks, let's do this. Instead of bothering the Grand Ole Opry this week, let's save that up. Y'all let us know when Jackie and I get on the Grand Ole Opry what it is you want to see us do. You want to see us do a little dance routine?
I ain't going to dance on the...
You want to see us do some of our hilarious songs? You want us, like last week, we were trying to do our old catfishing hole routine, but Jackie... still got some work to do in that department.
I don't know what it is. I don't know no routines. I know half the songs you sing are filthy, and I ain't gonna let you do it at the Grand Ole Opry. I know that.
You can't get too dirty because Mike Snyder will get mad at you.
Yeah.
So let us know what you want us to do when we take over the Grand Ole Opry, and then later we'll have everybody, just like this nice lady, Mary or Mari, who tweeted at the Grand Ole Opry for us. We'll get everybody involved, and y'all can tweet at the Grand Ole Opry or Willie's Roadhouse.
People got stuff to do all the time.
People are bored as hell, man. Right. That's why they're on all them pills.
Well, I'm happy to give you something to do. If you're sitting around, you shouldn't be on pills, but if you're sitting around on pills and looking for something to do, I guess, what is it, tweets? Tweets starts at iTunes, Old Opry, Hee Haw.
You can also build houses for the poor.
That's old Jimmy Carter. He's still doing it. It is out there. Well, I ain't got nothing to say about that. I'm building this house, That's where it should be. That's what it needs to be doing, yeah.
That's a good trick, too. Somebody comes, asks you a question you don't want to answer.
Just have a tool belt on. You ain't got to actually be. Just if you have like nails and tool belt on, to say, excuse me, I've got to fix something.
The thing about a construction site is every time somebody asks you something you don't want to answer, there's plenty of things around to make noise with.
Yeah.
So you can cover up them talking, you talking. You can say, I didn't hear you. What?
Jimmy Carter already old, too, so he can use that to just bang on it. Unless you want to say something about Palestine, it's,
he ain't going to say nothing.
He ain't going to say nothing, no sir.
You can hit a nail into a board. You can run a power saw. Yeah. Like, what do you think about Obama's?
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
This man right here, if a person's he needs a house quick. So I'm sorry, I ain't got time.
He is so poor.
Yeah.
We ain't got time to wait.
Nope.
Folks, construction sites are a great place to go if you don't want to answer questions. It's also a great place to go just sit around, sit around bullshitting. Everything's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
You can also waste a lot of time on a construction site. I've been paid to go pick up and burn trash. Had several jobs like that last a day or two. Mostly I just sit around and go, what are you doing? You want to go get high? You want to go sit in that parking lot?
Don't be drinking. Do it. Don't drugs first off. On construction site, you don't start drinking till about an hour till you get off. Because then you feel good about time. Don't be drinking. You start drinking in the morning, you ain't worth a damn. So you wait.
That's the secret.
Last hour, depending, some people drink more than other people, bigger, littler, whatever. Hour and a half starts your drinking. You can still work a little bit. It's nice to have a hammer and all that stuff and a cold beer. But after, not before that. And don't do drugs at all. Jimmy Carter, he got better, right? And he was sick.
Yeah, I think he's all right now.
Well, good. I don't like him just because I don't like him as a president, don't mean I don't,
The older people get, the more people forgive them.
Yeah.
Unless they just found out about it.
Why do you think he's building all those houses? He knows what an awful job he did as president. And, first off, don't want to hear it, like you said. But other than that, that's the only reason I can think I have a good opinion of him right there.
Jimmy Carter
happened
40 years ago. Now, here's the thing. If Bill Cosby, had happened, it did happen 40 years ago, but we just found out about him. So it happened over a period of time. All I'm saying is if everybody knew about Bill Cosby, a lot more people would be forgiving. I'm not saying that's right.
What?
I'm just saying the older you are and the longer your stuff's been out there, if Hitler were still alive,
hell,
people would be like, I know it, but he's 120 years old.
No.
Just let him die in peace.
No.
Oh, come on, we're going to put an 80-year-old guy in the clink. That's what people say. Like, come on, just let him die. Just let him die. People say that all the time about old people. People forgive. People forgive you over time and as you get older. That's what I'm saying. That may be whole. The theory may be full of holes.
Remember all what Jim Baker did back in, a TV, preacher.
Yep.
Yeah, he got another show on. You think he went to prison and everything else? He'd never let him on TV anymore. Now he's old, ain't got no hair. Old people like watching him on there.
You always get another show.
Yeah.
You always get
Don't matter what you do. That's true right there.
I don't know when Mel Gibson's show's coming on.
Oh.
It'll be entertaining.
He needs to make a Western. I like those old-timey movies it does where they're fighting and all that stuff. I want to see him just with a six-shooter instead of a sword or something like that. Just a Western. Old Mel Gibson Western.
Maverick 2.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Maverick.
I ain't saying you should forgive Bill Cosby. What I was saying if people did know about Bill. You know what? I wish I had never brought up Bill Cosby.
There's no reason to. Just don't say it.
I thought I was making a really good point. I wasn't saying it's what should happen. I was kind of shaking my head like, you know what would probably happen? That's what I meant. God damn it.
All right, watch your mouth. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, boy.
Bad enough saying Bill Cosby don't have to say all the swear words behind it.
This is the second week in a row we've been trying to get on the Grand Ole Opry, and the second week in a row we mentioned Bill Cosby. Those two things don't match up.
There's plenty of things that you said that don't get you on Grand Ole Opry besides that, but that's one of the biggest.
That's one of the biggest ones. When Grand Ole Opry's going to be checking their notifications in Twitter, and they're going to be like, they want us to put Red State Update on here? The Bill Cosby guys?
All right, quit it. The more you say it, the more I got. Just.
Sorry. Everybody's sorry.
Just leave it alone.
Eesh.
Just let that. I've had enough of it.
I'm just going to have me a big sip of this Frog Church coffee.
What is it?
What's that?
Frog what?
What are you talking about?
What you drinking? You said you're going to drink some frog coffee.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, this hits the spot. It's weird. It's not like coffee exactly. It's got the color. I don't know if you can, folks, if you're watching this on the YouTube version, you can see what I'm holding in my hands is a delicious cup
what you
of
got on it?
Frog Church coffee. Well,
paper hanging off of it.
Frog Church Coffee is the latest product from our old friend Green Bean, who last we heard about him, he had opened up the Church of Frogs down in the swamps on the edge of Murfreesboro, right behind Biscuit Alley.
He just down there living. He ain't doing no kind of church for frogs.
He's been preaching to the frogs.
Oh, hell. It's a crazy man rolling around in the mud out there.
And he just figured out that America loves coffee.
What?
And America loves frogs. And put the two of them together, and you've got whatever this is, he's calling it Frogtown Coffee.
Why would you?
See where he wrote Frogtown Coffee on here?
I can't see in it. That's a bunch of scribbles to me. He give you that and you drink it. That's a homeless man off a street.
Well, that's racist.
What? How's that racist? He ain't got nowhere to live.
Listen.
What is it?
You hear that siren?
Oh, yeah.
You know where they're going.
Yep. Same place, yeah. It's in the middle of the week. Pitiful.
You think you wouldn't hear as much from Longhorn's Dancing Parlor in the middle of the week, but that's why they got them midweek specials, folks. They're not our sponsor. My sponsor is Frog Church Coffee.
What do you mean, Frog Church Coffee? That's crazy. You a homeless man give you something and you drink out of it. That's real smart. He's crazy, not just homeless. Crazy man. Well,
ableist.
He is. Everything you said come out of your mouth about him. He's crazy.
He's crazy, right? Well, he's living the sort of life most of us wish we could live. He's given up on his dreams and aspirations and living in the world and talking to other people. He lives a life of peace and seclusion.
He lived down in the swamp.
In the swamps with frogs who have really taken to him. I don't know if you...
Frogs ain't got no choice. He's down there with them. They're used to him now. It ain't that they're taking to him. They're used to him. He's been down there so long, rolling around down there. It's just like he think he's another frog or whatever.
When I came up through the reeds, and after he got done yelling at me, and he said, I'll give you 3 minutes to stay and observe. And he started barking and speaking in tongues, and he lay hands on some of them frogs. And then for about 20 seconds, the frogs made pyramids on top of each other.
Oh, hell.
There were a whole slew of frogs in there. They come up out of the swamps, and like 2 or 3 of them get on each other's backs. Kind of like elementary school cheerleaders. It was about that level.
That's a bunch of bull.
Like out of shape elementary school cheerleaders.
Why?
And I don't know. I'm not saying he has some kind of power over these frogs. I'm just saying that they all seem to have a little bit of the Holy Spirit in them. And God, in this day and age when religion seems to be a dirty word, who's to say a frog can't have it?
Well, it's dirty because things like that's blasphemous. What you saying about
that a frog can't have religion is blasphemous?
Yes, it's blasphemous. Jesus come down, died on the cross for a bunch of frogs? Hell no, it didn't.
Well, when you put it like that,
it's blasphemous. I understand a crazy person saying it because they don't know no better, but you know better. Well, you should know better than to drink anything a crazy person hands you.
Let me just say, I don't know what he dredged up out of the swamp.
Oh.
He found a Starbucks cup, and he put some tape over it, and he wrote on it with a scribble.
And you sitting there drinking it.
It doesn't taste like coffee, but it doesn't taste bad.
I don't. Keep it away from me.
And he put an ice maker in down there. So he's starting, you can't come down to the swamps because he doesn't want to see your face, whoever you are. If you have a human face, he's not into it. He's rejecting humanity. He tried for so long to entertain you as green bean, one of the Christian vegetables. And he had a bad run of luck, and he wound up in the Bakken oil fields fighting for a living.
Had nervous breakdowns, what he had. He used to be entertainer of children, and there's no more noble a work you can get into than entertaining the children. Because the children need to smile. And they need to smile. And that's what he used to do. And then he went crazy, is what he did. And
oldest story in the book.
And you taking glasses from him and drinking out of it. Crazy.
Well, I like to support my friends. Yeah. And through it all, folks, he never once took off that symbol of optimism, his green bean costume.
He can't take it off. It's fused into his damn
fused into his skin.
He couldn't take it off if he want to. And it ain't a costume no more. It's like...
It's rags.
It's rags.
Rags hanging down.
If you tried to get it out of it or rip his skin out, it's pitiful. Don't drink in that.
So, folks, come on down to Jackie's Market. That's where you can get Frog Church coffee. That's made by...
No, you can't get that here. The hell no, you can't.
Green Bean and his Church of Frogs, Frog Church coffee down here at Jackie's Market.
Gonna sue me if they drink frog coffee, whatever it is. No, sir. That's libelous or something if I've given away what Crazy Man put in the glass. And you can't get it at my store, so don't tell nobody come down here.
He comes in the middle of the night, and he leaves it in your store.
Oh, he does not. He better not.
And it's a million mismatched stolen cups is what
I know he's had a batch of bad luck.
And a batch of delicious coffee.
No.
Drink.
He wants his luck to get any worse than it already is. He needs to keep on breaking in here if you saying he's doing that because he's going to get buckshot up his hide. So you tell him stay out.
You don't even know he could be here right now.
Nah, hell he is.
Well, you can smell
him. You can smell him from about a mile away. You know what I'm saying, too. I don't mean to be rude or anything, but he smells bad. His skin got that stuff in it, and it's flaky. It's awful. It's awful. He needs help, and I wish I wanted to be able to give it to him, but I ain't. All I can do is steer clear of him, and I recommend the rest of you do the same. And don't drink anything that it hands you. I don't appreciate you bringing it in the store, even, whatever.
You want a sip?
No, hell no, I don't want a sip of it. Why the hell would I want a sip of that?
I got my own straw. He didn't give me a straw, so.
Oh, hell, get it away from me right now.
So that's Frog Church Coffee, folks. Green Bean and his Church of Frogs. Frog Church Coffee, available in Jackie's Market.
It is not. Don't tell people that.
You're going to want to get there early before he throws it all out in the street.
Well, I just going to, if I see any here, it looks like garbage. It's like any other thing. If there's garbage in the store, I clean it up. It'll go out, you damn right.
And all the money goes straight into the pockets of Green Bean
I ain't gonna get any money, people.
Which he just stuffs in.
You on here encouraging him. He crazy as hell already, and you think it's funny, and like, oh, sure, I'll drink that, give you here. You my sponsor, you crazy old man. That's pitiful. They just...
I wouldn't say I think it's funny.
Well,
like a lot of people. I'd say it's more of I'm curious where this goes. Unlike a lot of people.
Well.
So that is Frog Church Coffee, folks. Brand new sponsor from an old friend.
Ain't no such thing, Frog Church Coffee.
Got it right here.
Well. You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right.
So that's Frog Church Coffee.
You just said you were
done.
Well,
you did. I thought you... I just wanted to make sure you heard
Who else was in Maverick? I forget all about that one.
Well, there was actual Maverick.
He's still living then, yeah.
There was Jodie Foster.
Oh, yeah.
Who else was in Maverick? There's that country music video with all the country music stars of the day.
He's your riverboat gambler, right? Maverick.
Yep. Old Maverick. He was wily. Let's see who was in Maverick. Gotta get my phone out.
I didn't ask the phone. I asked...
When you ask a question nowadays, you are telling people to get their phone out.
No, I ain't. I just, if you don't know it, say, I don't remember. And then it's the end of the discussion.
Nope, that's the beginning of the discussion.
No, hell no.
The rest of the discussion comes after you type, your thumb hits your phone a few times.
Can you get Maverick? Is that in red box thing?
No. It's not, Jackie.
Well,
I mean, maybe a red box in Montana.
Well, then they put Maverick in a red box thing because I'd like to see it again. I forgot all about he made that.
Listen to who's in this. Mel Gibson.
Well, I know that.
Jodie Foster, James Garner.
Yep, James Garner was old real Maverick.
Graham Greene.
He's Indian.
Alfred Molina.
Native American, well, you know.
James Coburn, Dub Taylor, Joffrey Lewis,
Joffrey Lewis, yeah, God rest his soul, he passed on, yeah. Good,
do they actually call it just Joffrey Lewis, right? They don't say Joffrey, do they?
I don't know how you say it, but, he's in all them Clint Eastwood movies and everything else, yeah.
Denver pile Dan Hedaya, Clint Black.
Oh, yeah, Clint Black's in that, yeah.
Corey Feldman.
What?
Really? Dang, do we need to watch this again?
That's what I'm saying. If it was a red box thing, go get it. Because I'd like to see it. It might not be any good. Probably ain't no good because I've done forgot it. If it was good, I'd remember that. I saw a Hondo 1950-something year, and I remember it like it was yesterday. It's a Hondo John Wayne good, so I know it ain't that good. Like I said, probably ain't no good.
Walk down Maverick Lane.
Something past the times, old man. That's all you're looking for to look at on TV anyway. I got a good sponsor this year. You know what time of year it is. 2016 this year. Never thought I'd live to say that. 2016. Sound like a future movie or something. But it's 2016. That means this year they gotta get a brand new Biscuit Baby. Going to brand new Biscuit Baby, 2016 Biscuit Baby. And this, of course, in a biscuit district with Billings and Biscuits and Bang Up Biscuit. Stay clear. I don't care how good anything is. You stay clear of Biscuit Alley. Don't go down there. There's dangerous people down there. Stay out in the middle of the district. Stay out. There's plenty of biscuits to get. So stay out. Just stay clear of Biscuit Alley. Let me say that one more time. But they have a biscuit festival, and this time of year they got a brand new Biscuit Baby. So if you're young and cute as a button and just, gorgeous little baby, and if he loves biscuits, bring it on down to a biscuit district, because it's going to be right there in the middle of the district. Going to have a pageant ceremony, all this. See how many biscuits your baby can eat. Now, it's ages 6 months up to 3. And if you're young and likes biscuits and will eat a bunch of them, you better take them down there because they could be 2016's Biscuit Baby.
Hold on a second.
Right.
I've always heard about Biscuit Baby days
in
the Biscuit District. But I didn't know that the baby eat the biscuits. I thought they just it was like a beautiful baby pageant.
That's part of it. If you had a baby, it didn't look good and come down there and eat all biscuits.
So they judge on appearance.
Well, it's both. That's just one thing. At the end of it all, you see, say you got, most babies all adorable. Every now and then there's a baby look a little strange, but most babies all adorable. Take them down there. And they're all, I don't know which one to pick because they're all so cute. Little boy, baby, little girl, baby.
Wait a minute, are you one of the judges this year?
No, I'm saying put yourselves in their shoes. This is how it works. You narrow it down to 5, and then the 5 of them, whichever one of the 5 eats the most biscuits wins. That year, they get like a little, what do you call it, scepter or something like that to hold it, a little biscuit on top. A little crown, everything. Biscuit Baby of 2016, they'll hold that title for a year. If you bring that baby back, because there was a Biscuit Baby, what was his name? He held it for a few years. He kept it 2 years. He won it 2 years in a row. Little Jammy, I can't remember. Little Jammy Biscuit Baby had it for 2 years in a row. He's still cute the next year, and he ate he ate more biscuits the second year. I remember his news everywhere.
How many biscuits are we talking about here that a baby can eat? How many biscuits can a baby eat?
Well,
you sound like you a big fan.
They have a pediatrician down there. He shows up. He's there. There's an age limit if it's below 6 months. So if things get out of hand, they'll stop it. But if a baby likes biscuits,
so if a baby's eating too many biscuits, a physician will step in.
That's what it's there for. What do you think it's there for?
Just safety, just in case somebody chokes. I guess I didn't know they were.
Well, that too.
I didn't know they were saving the baby for themselves. This sounds like a fun show.
It is a fun show. Every year, go down there. Biscuit Baby. It's one of the best things. All year, look forward to it all year. Get down there. That's my sponsor this week, Biscuit District. 2016 Biscuit Baby Pageant. Take your young'un down there if it's cute as a button and loves biscuits.
Now, next week, I got to go down to Coverless Comic Book Convention, so I won't going to be here. We're doing it. We're going to tape a show ahead of time for next week. But I'm hoping that the week after that we'll come back and we'll learn who
I'll announce it, yeah.
The Biscuit Baby.
Yeah. It's big news here. Daily News Journal will be down there, Murfreesboro Post, everything. Yeah, people go down there and get pictures of everything else. It's cute as can be. There's got to be some of it on YouTube, something on computer somewhere about Biscuit Baby Days.
I think they don't announce their last names, the baby's last names. I think the parents can do it if they want to, but so many people come after you win the Biscuit Baby contest.
Yeah, they want to. Yeah,
you want to try to protect them from all the people showing up with their hand
out. That's probably why I can't remember baby Jeremy's last name.
Jeremy Biscuit Baby. They all kind of become Biscuit Babies. That's their last name.
Celebrity. That's what it is. People won't be famous all the time. Cameras falling everywhere, can't get out the door, everything else. You see movie stars have a hard time dealing with that. Imagine if you was a little baby.
You live in a place for a long time, and you think you know everything about it. But I swear, I did not know that the babies were eating biscuits, and that's
part of it.
So just sitting all these cute, adorable little babies just shoving biscuits. Now, I have never seen this part of the show, so I got to ask about the mechanics. Are parents allowed to help shove the biscuits in the baby's faces, or does the baby have to do it all on their own?
Mamas can use one hand. That's it. That's the only rule.
So,
and that's to put stuff on the biscuit, not to pick it up, honey, jam, whatever, butter, whatever you want on there. You use one hand, get it on there, and, babies like sweet candy. They like that sort of thing. So more stuff you put on there, quicker.
Oh, so it's cool to load the biscuits up with sweet.
Well, like I said, they got a pediatrician there. If he thinks the mama's putting too much on there, he'll tell her.
Wait a minute. I've heard something about this. Some of them dip a biscuit in Pedialyte and shove it in the baby's faces. Get it down easier.
If that's what you choose, they don't shove it. They put it on a plate. Baby got to pick it up.
Baby's got to pick it up.
And it's cute. Even if I don't eat that many, it's still cute as a butt. Little baby sit there, just, sucking on a biscuit, with all his part stuff. It's funny to look at either way.
Is there a time limit?
It seems like one time I rang a bell, but I don't know if that's at the end of the beginning.
That could have been to celebrate something, too. Yeah. It's hard to say.
So get yourself down on
Do they need help? Does somebody need to come down there and help tie one arm behind all them mothers' back?
No, they just follow the rules. Everybody out there watching them, you got to tie it down.
If
somebody uses an extra hand, they're going to...
I was going to offer.
They'll point... Just go down the biscuit district. It's going to be the Biscuit Baby 2016's coming up this Friday at noon. Take your youngin' down there. You never know. You'd have great life. Like I said, choose to give your name, choose not to. But, that just opens a bunch of doors for your little baby if they want career or something like that. So,
Stay away from Biscuit Alley.
Don't take your youngins anywhere near Biscuit Alley. It's in the middle of the district. If you get lost or you don't see nobody around, you might have wandered in a Biscuit Alley.
If you see the fog rolling in, if it gets hazy, you got to get out of there. We're still Biscuit Bucket. They are still trying to raise money to ransom their family.
I don't care how big, or whatever biscuits they are. I ain't going down Biscuit Alley to get it. If they won't bring it out, I'll find a decent place to sell their biscuits in the Biscuit District. So be it. That's what they should do. Because there's just common... I mean, everything's happened down there at Biscuit Alley. Things I don't even like to say out loud. Pitiful. You watch your step. Yeah. But just go down and enjoy like a Biscuit Baby 2016 right there smack dab in the middle of the Biscuit District. This Friday... noon. Take your young'un down there if they like to eat biscuits and if they look adorable, which all babies do, except, women.
A few of them.
Weird. Baby look weird,
Yeah.
But take them on. That thing when the head don't come, it fixes itself. It don't stay that way. But usually a baby, after it first come out, the head's all stretched or something like that. That to me ain't cute. That's all I'm saying, Don't worry, because if it gets better, it don't stay that way. Because I've seen plenty of babies, newborn baby, and and then, a few months later, look fine, adorable.
So that's Frog Church coffee available at Jackie's Market.
No, it ain't. Don't say that's available here. It ain't. No, sir.
And Biscuit Baby Days down at the Biscuit District. Get your baby down to the Biscuit District and get its mouth full of adorable biscuits so it can win the big prize.
Yeah.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home Red State Update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Chachis Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, everybody, it's Jackie Rolls coming right back.
Folks, it's Dunlap. If you've just stumbled into this podcast halfway through somehow, I don't even know how would that be possible? Is that possible to just stumble into it halfway through?
Hey, stumble into something in your ears. What do you mean?
I don't know.
If it's something you listen to, I guess you look at them now, too, because of this thing. But yeah, I don't know how you stumble into it. If somebody find it by accident, Lord help you. I'm going to apologize to you right now. Of course, they already gone if I did that.
Yeah, that's true. We got to figure out some way to get people. There's got to be curiosity seekers out there, Jackie, or just like, what's this podcast? And they click on it, and we got to hook them. That's our responsibility. We got to hook them.
Well, I don't know how to just talk on here. That's all I know how to do.
Folks, it's, what is today? It's a damn May 17th as we record this. The Kentucky Democratic primaries going on and some other kind of primaries going on. We're at the stage where it's really just the dregs.
Yeah.
It's just like one Democratic or one Republican or one's a primary, but they had a caucus back in March or just weird.
It's all over with by now.
It's over. Yeah. It's all over with. Except California. Which always, they like, California doesn't matter because it's so late, and it always winds up kind of mattering. Or maybe that's just the California spin. Everybody in California, people always tell them they don't really matter. And they're like, no, we do. We do.
It's usually decided before it gets there about, it comes on so late. I guess this time it'll be voting because Bernie Sanders mad as hell.
Bernie Sanders, folks. I don't know what happened in Nevada. I tried to look at that, and it made no sense. I saw people getting mad, but I'm sitting there watching it. People getting mad over him and her.
It's the worst two things to get mad about, unless, one of them become president. Right now, what does it matter?
It's like when people that don't get wrestling watch wrestling. It's like, what are they mad about? Like, what? Leave town match? Like, how is that binding? Like, he lost the match. Why they got to shave his head? Why didn't he just leave? Why they got to shave his head?
Yeah.
A lot of the rules in the primaries are a little bit like a leave town match. Like, it doesn't really make sense. Like, who come up with this? Superdelegates.
I already figure I'm going to be mad for 4 damn years because of President Hillary Clinton. So I'm saving it up till then. I ain't going to get mad no more during this whole whatever's going on now, this part of it. I ain't going to get mad at Trump. I ain't going to. Why would everybody get mad at Bernie Sanders? I don't understand.
Let me say this about getting mad at Trump. And Lord knows we've talked enough about Trump. Everybody knows how we feel about Trump. Ultimate Yankee, Donald Trump.
Know it all, yeah.
Let me a couple things I'd like to say. I just thought if anybody ever rose to power preying on the white, southern, working class, this is racism and paranoia, I just thought they'd be Southern.
Nope.
Didn't work out that way.
No, sir.
2, Lord knows we've bashed Trump plenty on here.
Yeah.
This whole week, you got an article about how Trump's mean to women. Then he's going on Megyn Kelly, and everybody's rehashing him being awful, sexist, whatever. He crazy, narcissist, calls people up in the 90s, talks about how successful he is with women, plants stories in the press about him dating models. Maybe a little insecure, possibly. On top of that, also delusional and thinking that people aren't going to discover that he's the guy with his same exact voice calling him up.
He already said it was him. Back in.
Then, racist butler. Let me just say there's a lot of things that should disqualify you from being president, having a butler's top 5.
And then that butler being as racist as this fella is, good Lord.
That just is above and beyond. All these things, though, all these things. We just keep saying, look, Trump is getting mad. He's calling people out on Twitter. Is he going to pivot? Is he going to be more presidential? And like, no, he's still the same Trump. Like, we know it. Like, getting mad at Donald Trump at this point is like get mad at Garfield for being fat. Like, we know Garfield is fat. You pick up a paper every day, it tells you Garfield is fat. He loves lasagna.
I like Heathcliff better. He eats fish like a cat, regular cat.
Well, do you get mad at him for
No, that was funny. I like old Heathcliff. He's funny.
No, he just does what he does. Like that old man that with bald head and the handlebar mustache that I guess owns Heathcliff.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't get me. He's just like, oh, Heathcliff singing on that fence again.
Yeah.
Because he's horny or whatever.
Hey.
Isn't that why they do it?
Don't say all that.
You don't like the idea of a horny Heathcliff?
Not in a cartoon. No, that's one adults and children can enjoy Heathcliff, and you turn it into make it filth.
All I'm saying is, I'm getting tired. This may be how Trump wins, because we don't like Trump. It has been established. And we're already tired of people bashing him. We're glad they're bashing him, but I mean, how many times can you say this is what Trump is like?
Ain't nobody listening to you. You can say, I don't care what they come out with, the people that like Trump, if they still like him at this point, there ain't nothing
because
else.
They know what he is. I mean, people are still buying the pillowcases that got Trump on it in his little cat box saying, I hate Mondays. We all know Trump hates Mondays. Nothing's going to change your mind at this point. Trump hates Mondays and Muslims. I don't think he does hate Muslims. I think he's just using that to get votes of the
Well,
many people here who do hate Muslims.
He already said he ain't gonna do that now. There's a lot of people, racists, that like that sort of talk, and I guarantee you, when they heard him say, "That's just a suggestion," we ain't gonna, and I still like him for saying it the first time. Yep. Even if he ain't gonna do it, I still like him for saying it.
It's the saying it that makes them like him. He doesn't have to do it. He done said it. He won when he said it. What if Garfield does like Mondays, and he's just been saying he doesn't like Mondays just to get that big Monday-hating market out there?
I don't read, like I said, don't read him. I don't.
Get them Monday-hating dollars.
My orange cat of choice in the newspaper is Heathcliff, always has been, always will be. Because Heathcliff don't try to be smart.
What do you think? Garfield's too much of a smart aleck?
He's smart aleck. That's what he is. He got that in common with Trump. I say that right there. And they're both fat and orange. That's true.
They look a lot alike.
They do. But I like Heathcliff got a little belly, but he's still slender. He got he
gets a lot of exercise.
Yeah, he's moving around.
He gets in fights, I think, with other cats because they're so horny.
Don't say that about Heathcliff now.
Heathcliff is an alley cat. He's singing on a fence. He's fighting other cats. He's horny as hell.
Don't make it about
horny AF.
You want to make everything sexy, and I don't like my cartoons like that. I don't like it, and it ain't saying that it is. So you're making that up about it. He likes to fight. He likes it. Outside, he can see everything from up on the fence. He can look both sides and all that. And he loves getting fish from fish market. Regular cat things, not sitting around complaining all the time, eating lasagna, spaghetti, those.
Lasagna.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do, folks. We're at a point where it seems pointless. It seems tiring. It seems ridiculous. I mean, New York Times does this whole big article about women, and in like 2 seconds, Trump has it turned around on them. I mean, the people who believe the New York Times still believe the New York Times, and the people who like Trump got some red meat thrown at them about how corrupt the media is, about how they misquoted that poor woman.
Well, she went out there and said that they, she used to be his girlfriend or something like that, one of his girlfriends, I don't know. But she said, I don't put nothing past the New York Times myself, not necessarily in this case. What did they say in that thing? I read some of it. What did it say that we didn't already know? Like he smart aleck to women? Or, he got a beauty pageant show, and he's like, is he a judge or what? What does he do? I don't know what he does outside of wandering and look at the girls in the bathing suit. That's what he does.
I never seen it after he took over, but I figured he'd come out and sing a song like Burt Parks.
Well, I like old Burt Parks. He knew how to be respectful to those women, and I don't know about Trump. I don't know about that.
He ain't no Burt Parks.
No, sir. No, sir.
Reince Priebus out there saying, hey, I don't know.
He just counting the days.
A lot of things bother me, he says. Does it bother you that he says this stuff about women? A lot of things bother me. Now, the world's not fair.
This is what happens right here. This is what you get.
He's gone through a lot. Look, I'm not telling you to feel sorry for Reince Priebus. I'm just saying he's been through a lot.
Well, he's doing what I guess he thinks he has to do now, so.
You gonna be head of the Republican National Committee? That's a tough job, ain't it? Like 4 years ago, whenever he took over. Like, yeah, it's a tough job, but I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah. Oh, Paul Ryan, he come around yet? Paul Ryan come around.
They had their big meeting. What do you think happened in that meeting?
Don't say bad stuff about so-and-so. Oh, all right, I just play around, I kid. That's what, that's all it was.
Let's go. Okay, I'm Paul Ryan. Let's go down the list, Donald Trump. Muslims. Hey, I don't know. Sorry. Mexicans. Yeah, I'll walk it back. Women. Hey,
I'm on Megyn Kelly.
Go
next
on Megyn
week.
Kelly.
Yeah, take care of that right now.
Hey, I'm a red-blooded. Okay.
Paul, I don't think he come around yet, but he will. He going to chair that convention. He don't want to. He already said, well, if he don't want me to chair it, I don't got to do it.
Oh, you know he was wanting Trump to say, yeah, don't chair it. Can you imagine if Trump got to pick who chaired if we just handed the whole thing over to Trump? Gotta say, much more entertaining.
Now, he is fat. I'm sorry about the racism because
I'm sorry. It's easy for us to say. We're not worried about getting run out of the country.
No, so we can sit back and laugh at it. Now, if we was Mexican or Muslim and had the young
might not be as funny.
Tucking your children in at bed at night, they're scared to death. So it's not funny. So I feel bad about laughing. But that's what it does. He's on TV. He's been on TV for years saying stupid things and people laugh at him. And now he run for president, says stupid things, people laugh at him.
This country has a long history of things that only white people think are funny. And he's one of them.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize right now, but I'm going to laugh at him every now and then. I can't help it.
He may be president. It's
every time I get to the point, it's just like everybody else, I get to the point of where, like, all right, this ain't funny anymore. This says we're in trouble, all this, and then the next day he'll say something, I'll be laughing again. I feel guilty about it.
But it's usually at the expense of somebody else we don't like.
Well,
like
yeah.
Jeb Bush,
Yeah.
Always funny. Ted Cruz, pretty funny almost every single time.
Yeah, he said Ted Cruz daddy killed JFK.
That's pretty. That's like good. A good. That's a Dennis Miller reference.
That's
almost
good. Yeah, that's funny.
Hey, that's going back.
Yeah,
that's bringing his father in. There's some layers to that. So let's give credit where credit's due.
Yeah. It's not funny when you say Ted Cruz's wife ugly. That's not funny. That's disrespectful.
That's disrespectful.
But when you say his old daddy killed JFK, yeah, that's good right there.
He's insane. Donald Trump's insane.
Well, yeah. So is Bernie Sanders, though, and and I ain't defending Donald Trump by saying that, but Bernie Sanders is crazy as hell too.
Yeah, he seems to be getting there. He's really, I guess, at the point you start to, at some point, a lost cause stops being romantic and starts seeming a little crazy.
Now, I enjoyed him beating Hillary Clinton. Don't get me wrong. I thought it was so
funny.
I don't care for Bernie Sanders at all. I think he's a crazy old man, and I don't like him. But it's funny when he beats Hillary Clinton. But at this point, she got all she gonna get. He ain't gonna win, and he's still saying, he crazy is what he is. What else is he gonna do though? Think about it that way. Crazy old socialist. Well, he ain't got nothing else to do.
He wander around in the park and try to work nut meat out of his back teeth with his tongue.
That's what he should be doing. Yeah. He likes going. He likes all these young people. It's great, it makes him feel young when he goes out there and see all these young people. When an old person's in an old folks' home, they're sitting there and nothing they like better than young people. That's what they used to call candy strippers. Young people coming in and make them feel like they,
Are you saying he's just doing this to hang out with young girls?
Not girls. There's candy striper boys too. I think used to be. They don't matter what.
Yep.
He
could go either way.
Oh, I didn't say it that way. I'm just saying that he likes being around all those young people. It makes him feel young. And imagine if they said old folks home, he only get it for an hour. Now he gets it for months and months, as long as he keeps out there.
There'll always be somebody on Twitter he can talk to. Snapchat, if he knows how to work that.
What is it?
Snapchat.
I don't know what that is.
When do you give up, though? At what point do you give up? I mean, this nation was founded on people who should have given up, and they didn't. And now, look, we have all this.
Yeah.
At what point does Bernie Sanders people turn into basically those like hanging on against all reason and logic? Do they not turn into them people in the bird sanctuary with the wives in denim dresses? I mean, are we getting to the point where people look at those Clive and Bundy people like what are they doing? Nothing, like give up. Like you tried, like the rules are different than you think they are. But Bernie Sanders people don't play by rules.
Well, Bernie Sanders people like the rules when they win on them, but they don't like the rules when Hillary wins on them. That's the difference. That's about it right there.
And she lost on these rules last time.
That's right. So, same thing, but it's okay when she loses. I guess she'd cheat. Now, I ain't saying that Hillary ain't a cheat and a liar and all this, and that's what political system set up for to use. Everybody does it. But Bernie Sanders, if he can't manage to keep people giving death threats and all this stuff in Nevada, something like that, I heard that. There's nothing worse than a socialist youngin' calling you up saying, "I'm gonna get you." That's why I put anybody through that. It's bad. The job's already bad enough if they involved in politics anyway.
But if the system is set up to reward corruption and bribery, and if the whole thing is rigged like the Bernie Sanders people say it is, and aren't they right to hold on to the very last minute to change it?
If it was bad and as rigged as he thought it was, he wouldn't have won this much. He won more.
Oh, that's right. He does keep winning.
He keeps winning. I don't know what.
Well, they're saying he's winning in spite of the corruption, not because of it.
I didn't say that.
That's what they're saying.
Well,
they're saying when he wins, it's in spite of it. When she wins, it's because of it.
it's time to pack it up and call it in. I like you out there. Trust me. Now, Bernie Sanders, this is just from me. I don't like socialism. I think you'd be the worst president ever was. Maybe even worse than Trump. No, not worse than Trump. No, but close to it. I want you stay in there and make Hillary Clinton's life a living hell. But at this point, I'm over it too. I ain't entertained by it anymore. Just sick of hearing everybody complain.
Is there a way for him to stay in it and make her life a living hell without us having to listen to all the people who like him?
That's good right there. I'd do that. Yeah. Just where I see that, and I'd have to get on. You show me on Bookface, everybody else, on computers. That's all awful what to say.
And so here's Bernie Sanders' response to the violence that happened in Nevada, which I don't fully understand.
Well, he put out a statement or something, didn't he?
Put out a statement. The statement goes on a little too long, like his campaign. It says, it's imperative that the Democratic leadership, both nationally, so the people of this country, the Democrat Party has a choice. Okay, so he just says, within the last few days, there have been a number of criticisms made against my campaign. For example, claiming the Sanders campaign has a penchant for violence. Our campaign has held giant rallies all around this country, including in high crime areas. There have been zero reports of violence. And then he's saying, I condemn all violence. But when we speak of violence, I should add here that months ago during the Nevada campaign, shots were fired into my campaign office. An apartment housing complex my campaign staff lived in was broken into and ransacked.
What?
Somebody keyed a car. I just think that, so is this his apology? I think this is him saying they started it. I think this is him going eye for an eye. See, this is what happened to the Bernie Sanders. It was like, I don't want to hear about her email. But we did want to hear about her email.
I want to hear about it. Yeah, you shut up, Bernie Sanders. I want to hear all I can about it.
Look.
I like him saying bad things about Hillary. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it. I appreciate the effort. But then to come back behind it, I can't just enjoy that because on top of it should be Bernie instead of her. I don't like that part. Just be mean. Just do the Republican parts that you're already doing and leave out the Bernie Sanders stuff. And I'd like it.
Well, let's talk about, I feel like maybe we've been too hard on Bernie Sanders. Let's talk about the other side. Let's talk about people who like Hillary Clinton. Who could that possibly be?
I don't know who that is.
At least with Bernie Sanders, you're like, well, they're young, they're idealistic.
Little hippie, whiny,
they're turned off by the system. Some of that Trump stuff by people who try to say it's not all racism. They say, well, it's the people are tired of the status quo. They want an earthquake. Yeah. So some of that's with the Bernie Sanders people too. So, but who likes Hillary Clinton? Just what do you get excited? First woman president. Come on, that's something to get excited about.
Besides Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who likes Hillary Clinton?
Debbie Wasserman Schultz does.
I just said that.
Oh. Who's her husband? Who's Debbie Wasserman Schultz's husband? She got a husband?
I don't know.
I figure that's Schultz or Wasserman.
Yeah.
Probably him.
Well, he got to, I guess, don't him? I don't know.
Bill Clinton?
I don't know if he really likes her. That
he
much.
would vote for her.
Yeah, he'll vote for her, but other than that, he's waiting to get his grubby hands in control of something.
The economy. She's going to put him in control of the economy.
Good Lord. You know what he's going to be in control of.
Trump, supposedly, during the debates, is just going to hit her on him, on his infidelity. But how long can you stand on a stage and yell at a woman for her husband cheating on her? That doesn't seem like good optics. Yeah, well, you did plenty to cause that. I mean, nobody wants to see that, I don't think.
Well,
even if it's Hillary Clinton.
Bernie Sanders people like it.
Do they? They may not even like it. They'll be like breaking windows.
No, they'll be like, see, I told you so. That's what they'll be saying.
I figure they'd be like breaking car windows to people with Hillary stickers, and then they'll hear it on the radio, and even they'll be a little disgusted. That's right. They all are worried that in the general, Donald Trump can beat Hillary because of all her negatives. But we've heard all these negatives for 30 years.
Which is good. Keep them up. We need to keep hearing them, but it is like we know it all.
And they think that Bernie Sanders would win in the general election because he doesn't have all the negatives of a Hillary Clinton. I was quoting polls that say that he
got his own set of negatives, so he got his own little,
I don't know that. I mean, he is winning in these. Do he win Kentucky yet? He is kind of winning this coal country.
He needs to. Something ain't right, because you're running against Hillary Clinton, first off, and you're not Donald Trump. So you should be beating her and all this stuff. So you're doing something wrong, Bernie Sanders, or whoever run your campaign.
Yeah, wait a minute.
If you're running against the most hated woman in politics, and you keep reminding this, and all you supporters keep reminding this, then why the hell are you losing? So that makes you worse than her? What the hell's that mean?
That's a good point. When you say, he could win against Trump, like, he can't even win against her.
How the hell's he going to win against Trump?
Again, please don't send us your letters and emails.
We don't like either one of you. It's Red State. I don't like Hillary. I don't like Bernie Sanders. Both of them are awful.
Who you going to vote for? You got Donald Trump. Here's your options. Let me give you your options.
I don't want to hear them. Don't even tell me what it is.
What's his name? The libertarian, Gary Johnson.
I don't know.
There's probably a green person.
I don't know.
There's probably some other weird things. All right. X them out. Possibility of Mitt Romney or a Mitt Romney-backed
hell.
third party.
Has he not embarrassed himself enough?
No. There's a possibility. They're just exploring. He's got a lot of money. You felt bad for him last time blowing all that money. It's like going back to leaving Vegas. Like, what am I going to tell my wife? Only one thing to do. Spend the rest of it. U-turn. That's one possibility. A possibility of Bernie Sanders swaying all the corrupt, evil superdelegates.
Certainly they become good.
Right. And like Bernie Sanders. Hillary Rodham Clinton, your nemesis. For years and years. How much you hate Hillary Clinton, you've said. You've said it over and over again. Since the 90s, this woman has been a thorn in your side. Since the 90s. Like her and Kurt Cobain came into our lives around the same time. Unless we lived in Arkansas, which...
Who?
Or Donald J. Trump.
No. I may sit at home. I don't know what I'm going to do.
who is like,
I'll make my own little voting booth out of cardboard or something at home, and on election day there'll be a picture of Fred Thompson in there, and I'll make a little makeshift lever, whatever got to do, and do that, and I'll be satisfied. A vote to heaven. That's the only person I know. Just, I don't want to think about it. Make me mad as hell. And, you know, people say, oh, you mad at the Republican Party, how could you do this, Trump and all that? You know what? The rest of them, the rest of them were awful, too. They're all terrible choices. This time around, I can't think of one. Chris Christie, I thought had a chance, and now he's letting Trump run him. Is he Trump's new butler? Is that what he is? Because he just...
You don't want a fat butler.
It don't look good, no.
Mm-mm. Looks like you got Butler who hides in the pantry and stress eats.
Yep. Every time he brings his dinner out, brings it to the table, he said, look like something is missing.
What's the matter, Trump? You can't get a butler with some self-control? Hell, Trump, you look about like a Cheeto dunked in some water. Soggy, mushy orange. Looks like your butler's even fatter than you are. You don't want that to happen. You want a trim, svelte butler.
Yeah.
Preferably not racist.
Yeah, I can't even enjoy Trump's butler speaks. He's like, how this going to be funny? It's awful. Just awful. I can't even
funny
enjoy
for like a second, and then it's like...
You see the picture, like, we real racist, and then you actually hear it or read what he said. It's like, I can't even make fun of him for having a butler.
People being real racist just ain't funny like it used to be.
No. Things change.
Things change,
yeah.
Democracy. Democracy's rigged is what the Sanders people say, but like, get the money out of politics. But Donald Trump kind of ran without the money in politics, and that's not
necessarily the
that's not good either.
I don't know if that's the answer. Yeah.
Now maybe the money in politics like ruined everything for the past 8 years until we got to Trump, cleared a path for him to run without but he's rich himself, so that big money is just, he's an awful person with his own money. Now everybody got to be a millionaire to even run.
Yeah.
Except for Bernie Sanders, who's not a millionaire, and he's not going to win. But your Trumps, your Bloombergs, your Romneys, your Clintons, who is a public servant for almost all her life, except when Wall Street pays her handsomely to say, what was it she said?
I don't know what she said.
In those speeches?
She won't say what she said. Everybody wants her to put out the speeches, Wall Street speeches.
What do you think she could have said in them speeches that's so bad?
Any worse than what she said already. There's, it must be real bad. Maybe she let them all know exactly what happened in Benghazi. Maybe that's what she did. Why she told them, I don't know.
You think it's just spoilers?
Huh?
That maybe because with her Hollywood connection, she knows how a lot of upcoming movies are going to turn out. Maybe she knows what's going to happen in the next two Avengers. She doesn't know who the Avengers are.
She said, "I'm gonna don't you worry, I got it covered. Don't you worry, fat cats. I'm gonna get you looking out for you, I guess."
Speaking of fat cats, you know who hates Mondays? Jackie, it's time.
Heathcliff like every day a week. Every day a week he eat a fish. He ain't complaining. He out there dancing, singing. Heathcliff that's what I want to read Sunday morning. Instead of that fat one.
Horny every day of the week.
He ain't, no.
Jackie, what do you think we should call it? It's time for us to figure out what we're going to title this episode. Here's some things I wrote down. Yeah. Nice to have a hammer and a cold beer.
Well, yeah.
How you stumble into something in your ears.
What?
A horny Heathcliff.
No.
Heathcliff, horny AF.
No.
A vote to heaven. That's all I got.
Yeah, any of it without the filth in it's fine with me.
Okay, good. Well, folks, I hope you're You think we weren't too hard on Bernie Sanders? I mean, he's a lovable little fellow.
Who the hell cares?
I hope you don't think that we're Republicans in name only because we don't like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I feel like he's a Republican in name only.
Well, that's who it is right there. He more liberal than Hillary and maybe not Bernie, but I ain't wasting my breath. I'm going to save up all my anger for when they swear her in. I got 4 years to be mad as hell. So right now, I just do your worst. I ain't going to give a...
If Reince Priebus had sent out one more slightly disrespectful tweet to Trump, he wouldn't even be a Republican in name only. He wouldn't be a Republican at all. He'd be running the Trump party.
Yep.
And we hope you don't think we were too hard on Hillary Clinton.
What?
That's not true. Oh, Hillary Clinton. Can you wait, Jackie? Can you wait for the next 4 years?
No.
What if Trump wins?
Let me deal with it when it happens. Right now, I'm going to enjoy what little I can. Just let me get through this, because like I said, I got four damn years of being mad as hell. Hopefully, only 4 of them, and that's the end of it.
And I hope you don't think we were too hard on Garfield.
I don't like Garfield. I don't care anything about him.
Garfield, I mean,
he wouldn't care what you think of him.
He ain't got a sex drive though.
What?
His weight and depression has ruined that
You worried about what you said about him. If he's in a room, he'd say the worst thing about you. He don't like nobody or nothing. He just wants to eat and sleep all day. Heathcliff get out there singing, dancing, eating fish, all sorts of mischief. It's worth seeing. I won't look at that. I won't look at Cat just sitting there mad all the time. Ain't funny to me.
So, folks, thanks for listening. Get out there. Please rate and reviews on all the things that you can rate and review us on. Download us, subscribe to us. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Subscribe to our podcast. Like us on Facebook. Like us on all the things you can like us on. Thanks so much for listening to all these. We'll be back next week with another exciting Red State Update Grand Ole Opry podcast.
Yeah.
We both have to go. Our podcast come out really great. We know our time is at an end. So until we meet again, we'll just have to say goodbye, friend. Saying bye-bye always brings us down. But our bags are packed and we have to leave town. Postcard to you we will send if a stamp to us you'll lend, so we can write and say goodbye, 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 goodbye.
I think that was a pretty good podcast today.
What is the difference between any of them? I don't know what one from the other.
Some of them we used to not do video on.
That's because we got to do it. Says Castanis, you got to put the video on all of them now.
They're all kind of the same.
Yeah. Thank y'all kindly for watching. And don't forget to subscribe. Hell.